Welcome to Sacrilegious Discourse.
For this is what the Sovereign Lord says.
Why do you need prophets to tell people who you are and what you want?
If you can justify everything that the God of the Bible has done, then you can justify any of your behavior.
A lot of this mentality is trickling into what is now mainstream right-wing Christianity.
I am capable of empathy greater than this God of the Bible.
This is a Bible that they tell kids. This is the good Lord. This is the good book. He is fantasizing about murder, mass murder.
Head over to sacrilegiousdiscourse.com right now to find out how to leave us a review or support us on Patreon.
Hey there, sinners and saints. It's your favorite Bible-bashing duo from Sacrilegious Discourse, and we need your help.
That's right, folks. We're raising funds for some heavenly equipment and a studio that doesn't sound like it's in the depths of hell.
Our current setup, let's just say it's more apocalypse than audiophile.
So if you want to hear us dissect the Bible without the background noise of demonic squirrels, chip in a few bucks.
We're aiming for $5,000 to upgrade our audio and build a studio worthy of blasphemous banter.
Donate today and help us spread the good word of atheism.
You can find a link right on our homepage, sacrilegiousdiscourse.com. Every dollar counts.
Even if it's from your collection plate. Welcome to Sacrilegious Discourse.
I'm husband.
And I'm wife.
Together, we're reading the Bible for the very first time.
We grew up without religion and wanted to know what all the fuss was about.
Well, what have we learned so far?
That God is a dick, and apparently some people believe in talking donkeys.
We're not trying to pass ourselves off as experts.
Nope, we're just reading the Bible for the first time and giving our first take reaction.
If you'd like to join us in this venture, you might consider starting at episode 1.
Otherwise, jump in wherever you like.
All right, let's go read the Bible.
Yeah, let's get to it. Husband!
Wife!
Do you know what today is and isn't?
Well, today is Sunday.
It is not Saturday.
It is not Saturday.
And yet,
what are we doing today?
Q&A Saturday,
but
on a Sunday because we were late, because we suck, and there was sickness and all kinds of things happening.
And really, by the time people are listening to this, it might even be Monday. Or later. Who knows?
If at all.
Yeah. Right. So there's that. But what are we going over today in the Q&A? Because we started doing Q&As during the episodes, but now we're not.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of a mishmash. I thought we would kind of recap the first 10 chapters of Isaiah a little bit, just like a 1 to 2 sentence summary to kind of tell us where we're at and what's happening.
Got it.
Of each chapter, you know?
Okay.
Like, I don't know. Does that sound cool?
Sure.
Okay. Just to kind of catch us up to where we're at.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then what's we're going over a couple of chapters today though?
Yeah.
Also, which would be what?
It would be, I guess, like 9 and 10?
Okay.
Question mark?
Sounds good. Let's go ahead and get into this.
Okie dokie. All right, so let's just talk about each chapter briefly. Okay. So chapter 1, Isaiah condemns the people of Judah for their sins and warns them of God's judgment.
Got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that happened.
Yep.
Do you remember all that?
Sure. Kind of. Yeah.
Chapter 2, Isaiah describes the coming Messiah and his kingdom of peace and justice.
Who may or may not be Jesus.
Right. I do kind of remember that. Yeah. Okay, so chapter 3, Isaiah prophesies the destruction of Judah and the exile of its people to Babylon.
Yeah. Okay.
But did he really prophesy it?
No, it was fucking written after the fact.
Yeah.
You know it was. Like, we all know it was.
We all know it was.
You don't.
Right.
This is all bullshit.
It is all bullshit. So chapter 4, Isaiah offers a message of hope to the exiled Israelites, assuring them that God will deliver them and restore them to their homeland. So that was a kind of important-ish chapter.
Right.
And if I recall correctly, it was a super short one.
Right. I have to throw out one thing here. So even if this person wrote stuff prior to them, making this a Bible thing or whatever and prophesized whatever bullshit happened, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's people that throw out all kinds of prophecies all the time.
Right.
This just happened to be the one guy that was like, yep, that was the one.
That's the one that stuck.
And I bet they embellished it even if that was what happened.
Right.
So, sorry, just had to interject
I
there.
totally agree. It's nothing we haven't said before, though.
Right.
So chapter 5, Isaiah describes the New Jerusalem, which will be a place of peace and righteousness.
With much less people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Of course, because that's what happens after the flood. I mean, after the murder bath.
Yeah.
Chapter 6, and that was this past week.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Isaiah sees a vision of God in his glory and is commissioned to be a prophet to the people of Judah.
Should really cut down on those drugs, man.
Seriously, he ate one too many mushrooms or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is when he saw God on like the throne and whatever.
Right, yeah.
Okay, chapter 7. Isaiah assures King Ahaz that Judah will be delivered from its enemies, and he prophesies the coming of the Messiah again.
Sure.
Only
it's gonna, like, some of them, like 2 of them. There's like 2 people left when it's all done. According to which chapter, depending on which chapter you're in.
I keep saying 2, but I mean, I made up that number.
Right, yeah.
But yeah, there will be a remnant, is what they're called.
Right.
Okay. Chapter 8. Isaiah condemns the people of Judah for their unbelief and warns them of God's judgment.
Yeah, he's going to turn you all into mud and shit.
Suck.
He's going to trample you in the mud. Because
Mm-hmm.
he doesn't really like you.
No.
I mean...
this is chapter 9. Isaiah prophesies about the coming Messiah who will bring peace and justice to the world. Again. He's saying this again.
Yeah.
And then chapter 10, Isaiah condemns the Assyrians for their pride and arrogance, saying, don't be proud just because I'm using you as a tool.
Right.
And he prophesies their destruction.
Okay.
So he's
right. He's like, I'm going to use you to destroy the people that I only kind of like.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to be like, I don't like you even more. So then I'm going to, after I have used you, I'm going to destroy you.
Right.
It's like using a tool that you really hate. What kind of tools do you really hate that you would use? I'm trying to think of tools that you might hate.
What about if you, like, we just watched the movie Renfield and he ripped the guy's arms off and then he used the arms of his enemy to kill.
As a tool to kill other people.
Right? Could it be like that?
Maybe, because you'd really hate the fact. Yeah, I guess that could be.
That would make Renfield God in that case. And he's like, I hate you. I'll take your arms. And I hate you. I will beat you with those arms.
Okay.
Except that the person that he pulled the arms off of would have to be from a different group, association, country than the one that he beat him with.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For that analogy to work, whereas they were from the same organization.
Sure.
So that analogy was really bad, actually. But I liked it nonetheless because I got to mention that he ripped somebody's arms off and used them as weapons. Because that shit is funny when that happens.
That's a pretty funny movie, yeah.
It was good.
Mm-hmm.
I love Nicolas Cage. I can't help it. He's a weirdo, and I would love to meet him.
Yeah.
All right. So I felt like these chapters basically talked about God saying, if you don't worship me, I'm going to kill you.
Through Isaiah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that was a big part of what we were talking about because the people that are going to be punished for not believing in God correctly or whatever, they have to believe Isaiah on top of believing in the Lord.
Right.
And fearing the Lord correctly.
Yes.
So.
But let's pretend they definitely know Isaiah's the one, right? However, maybe he walks around glowing or with a giant arrow floating over his head that says, this one's the real prophet. Yeah, trusty doodle.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So let's pretend that's happening.
Sure.
They know Isaiah's the one to trust, right?
Okay.
There really is a God in this book, right? Let's pretend all of this to be true.
Okay.
God is essentially telling his people, worship me or I will kill you.
Right.
I mean,
yes.
Isn't that what it comes down to?
It is.
But when I was trying to find something that agreed with me on that, all of the apologists came out from the woodwork to say, no, you don't understand.
Right.
This book is actually one of hope and redemption, even in the midst of judgment, because he's not killing all of them. He's letting some live.
So it's a book of hope and redemption for Jill, but Joe is fucked.
for the... Why
And-
did you use Jill and Joe?
Because it started with J, and I just felt
That's
like...
the Bidens, literally.
Oh, wow. Yeah, maybe it was just... that was not on purpose, actually, in any way whatsoever.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, interesting.
No, basically he's saying not believe me or I'll kill you, or worship me or I'll kill you. He's saying worship me or I will kill 98% of you.
Right.
That's still shitty,
That's
you guys.
never a message of hope.
That is not redemption and hope. That is not...
There is no scenario where that is a hopeful scenario.
Right.
If you told me today that we should be happy that 98% of us are going to die, I would not be happy.
No. Not if there's an option and it's some capricious fuck up in the sky that's just like, no, I'm going to do it though.
If I went to the doctor and they said that I only had a 2% chance to live, I would not be happy.
That does not feel like hope.
No, these are not hopeful statements.
Right.
Yeah.
So I was really dismayed over that. Like, how do you not see that that is abusive and that is not good? That's not a good relationship.
Right.
Worship me or I'm going to kill the majority of you.
Yeah.
The whole or else is the problem. Then you get into the numbers of it and you're like, and it's even worse.
Well, and I said this in another chapter that we were going through, but I can't get over the fact that God says that we have free will, and I should say apologists all are like, well, God gives us free will so that we can choose our own destiny. It's about how we live in heaven or whatever, and blah, 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 right? Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be judged someday, right?
Mm-hmm.
But no, in the Old Testament, God is judging immediately.
Mm-hmm.
He's bringing people to kill people immediately.
Children.
Yes.
Babies.
According to the Bible.
Yeah.
According to the Bible.
Yes.
And so, God, you can't have free will where you're going to be judged someday in heaven and also immediate judgment.
Right.
You got to pick one.
Well, the someday in heaven is New Testament.
Right, but it's the same fucking God.
But it's not
according
the same,
to the religion.
But it's not the same deal, quote unquote.
Okay, so this is like make heaven great again type thing or something? Like
no, this is you're using words of Christians, not of the Jewish faith. And right now we are still in Jewish faith land. We haven't crossed over into Christian land.
I understand
yet.
that. But I have major hangups as to how him sending his son to die for humanity solves all the problems that he created prior to that.
Right.
Well, I have some really large hangups over that.
I'm with you, and we will talk about that when we get there. But for now, it's not you have free will and we'll deal with it someday in heaven. For now, it's no, you will worship me correctly. You will choose me. You will love me. You will fear me. You will worship me, or I will kill you, or
right.
I will kill most of you, or I will kill some of you. Regardless of what the numbers is, it involves I will kill you.
Right.
And that is horrifying.
Yeah.
That is not good.
No.
So here are some notes to remember, though, as we continue reading through this book. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
It's important to note that Isaiah is speaking to a specific audience, the people of Judah, at a specific time in history. So he's not telling us that. He's telling Judah that. And I'm like, still mean.
Right.
Does not make me feel better.
Right.
The people of Judah have turned away from God and embraced idolatry and injustice, as is their choice.
Yeah. And also, again, you're speaking through human beings and not speaking for yourself.
And as a result, God's judgment is coming upon them. So that's the next sentence in my notes. As a result of their choice, which was not to worship God correctly, God's judgment is coming upon them. So again, what part of worship me or I'll kill you am I getting wrong? They're trying to tell me it's more nuanced than that, and I'm like, but it's not.
No, it's
not.
Per
your own notes, it's not, guy.
No, they want it to sound wonderful and good because
and it's just not.
They don't. You can't make the Old Testament that we've read thus far sound good.
You can't.
There is so much, like, God is an asshole in this book.
He's
so
mean.
far.
He's
so
mean.
Far. I mean, we haven't read the New Testament yet. We haven't got there. We haven't read all of the Old Testament yet, but so far, he's a dick.
He's a dick.
So.
And then, so the next part of my notes is, however, God is also a God of mercy and compassion. He will save a remnant of faithful people and restore them to their homeland.
That's not compassion in my book.
No, it's not. It's not kindness, and it's not like, oh, thank goodness we survived, even though God killed like 90% of the people I know and love.
You know what that's like? That's favoritism. That's like me saying, this is in no way something I would ever do, but let's just say I'm going to pick, I'm going to take all of our city, and I'm going to pick my friends and family, and I'm going to kill the rest of you because I don't like you as much.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, you guys just didn't worship me well enough, so sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know. We're a big podcast. Why don't you worship us more?
I'm letting people live. I'm nice.
Right?
You should be glad.
Yeah.
Why aren't you more happy? I don't understand.
These people like me. I don't know what your fucking problem is. So.
Yeah. And that's what this is. And it's gross. And I hate it.
Right.
I hate it.
No, it's crap.
Okay, here's another note. It is also important to understand that God's judgment is not arbitrary or capricious.
Bullshit.
It's always a response to sin, except for sometimes when it's not.
Right. That's bullshit.
I know. I hate these notes. When people sin, they turn away from God and choose to live their lives independently of Him. This separation from God leads to suffering and death. God's judgment is a way of bringing people back to Himself, except for they're dead, though.
Mm-hmm.
And restoring them to the fullness of life, except they're dead, though.
Right.
So, no.
Well, I would imagine part of that is saying that the people that died probably were sinful somehow.
Right.
So
he's not bringing them closer to Him.
Right.
He's like saying, fuck you, die. Mm-hmm. And he's telling the rest of them, you better stay right with me.
Yeah, or else you might end up like that.
Mm-hmm. So here's the third point. It is important to remember that God's salvation is not automatic. It is something that must be received by faith. Those who repent of their sins and turn to God in faith will be forgiven and saved.
Unless He's already killed you.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. However, those who refuse to repent will experience God's judgment. So again, worship me or I'll kill you.
Right.
I mean, I don't know how to get any more clear than that.
Yeah.
So,
no, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah. And that is gross.
And it's been the message pretty much throughout the entire Old Testament so far.
Yeah.
More or less.
Yeah. There is no love in this. This is not about love.
No.
And anybody who tries to tell me it is, I'm sad for you because you don't know
it's about
love.
Narcissism and jealousy.
Yeah.
And if we're to take the Bible and God at its word as it is in the Bible in canon.
Right. Exactly. So here are some specific examples of how Isaiah reconciles his prophecies of judgment with his prophecies of salvation. Because it's supposed to be two sides of the same coin is what I've been told. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
In Isaiah 127, Isaiah prophesies that Zion will be redeemed with justice and her repentant ones will be righteousness.
Okay.
Or her repentant ones will be filled with righteousness.
Okay.
So again, a few people get to live. Yay!
Mm-hmm.
And that's good. We're supposed to be excited about that.
Okay.
Number 2, in Isaiah chapter 6, verses 6 and 7, Isaiah is forgiven of his sins and commissioned to be a prophet to the people of Judah.
Oh,
So that happened.
Got it.
Yeah. When he was like chosen and cleansed for all of this.
Right.
Yeah. I'm just like, how does that impact me though? Like,
doesn't.
Yay, I'm so glad
But
God chose.
But is he telling us that God chose him, or did a king anoint him, or like how does this chosen thing get happen?
Isaiah's telling us this.
Okay.
We just have to
Isaiah's
take his word
like,
for it.
I'm chosen, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. No arguments.
I tried
Great.
to tell
Awesome.
him I was a fuckface, and he was like not having it, y'all. So I took a really good bath, washed up good, made sure that my foreskin was chopped off correctly.
Right.
Everything was in place, and yeah, I'm good to go, you guys.
Yeah, I'm a prophet.
Yep.
Believe me.
Yeah, just do it. Okay, number 3, in Isaiah 7:14, Isaiah prophesies that a virgin will conceive and bear a son who will be called Emmanuel, which means God with us. And that's very exciting.
Except for that he's the one that fucks the virgin and then also names it.
Yeah.
So
again,
that's weird.
Yeah.
And unless, of course, you're the Christians who believe that was Jesus. So,
right, exactly.
Which also doesn't really make sense. So
yeah, I don't get it. So here's another thing that I learned about this book, interestingly enough. The book of Isaiah is split in 2. And I did mention that early on when we started chapter 1. But what I didn't realize is that it is split in two to the point that the first half of the book is referred to as First Isaiah. And the second half is referred to as Second Isaiah, as though they are separate books, even though they're not.
Got it.
And a lot of notes that I referenced would say First Isaiah or Second Isaiah as though they were separate books.
Interesting, but they're not actually physically listed that way
Correct.
in the book.
It's just one book of Isaiah.
It's just known as
yes.
First Isaiah and Second Isaiah.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because one happens before the Babylonian exile and one happens during and after.
Got it.
So that's the definitive line demarking the two.
Okay.
So I just thought that was an interesting note to include here.
Well, we should probably mention when we go into quote unquote Second Isaiah.
Yes,
So.
I agree. So we will do that.
Yeah. Is that pretty much all you've got for us on the Q&A today?
That's pretty much all I've got for Q&A Saturday.
But on a Sunday.
On a Sunday.
Yeah. All right. So that is that. And we will be getting out a book club here shortly, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll be getting the weekly wrap up done still tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll be back tomorrow with
Isaiah chapter 11.
All right. We'll see you guys then.
Bye.
Hey, wife. I guess that's the end?
But husband, that's just sad.
It doesn't have to be. We are on lots of social media platforms like Twitter. Our handle there is sacrilegious_D.
For D's nuts.
Oh my God. Stop doing that. Anyway, we're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. There's a link to all of our social media sites at our website.
Ooh, we have a website?
Yeah, it's sacrilegiousdiscourse.com, where you can also find a link to our merch shop.
We have a merch shop?
Yep, we have podcast-themed clothing, mugs, notebooks, and more, as well as an atheist and science-themed products.
Wow, our fans should really go check that out right now.
Definitely. They can get in touch with us by sending an email to sacrilegiousdiscourse@gmail.com. But before they do that, we could really use some help.
Oh yeah? With what?
Well, it's not free running the podcast, and we need some financial support in order to get better equipment, which will free up time so we can concentrate on our podcast and our fans.
Okay, so what should they do?
Head over to patreon.com/sacrilegiousdiscourse and sign up as a contributor on our podcast. Supporters there receive additional bi-weekly episodes that we record just for our Patreon members for as little as $2 a month.
Also, we'd really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe on whatever platform you're using.
And Apple Podcast reviews help us out tremendously.
Like and subscribe. Leave an Apple review. Join us on Twitter. Support us on Patreon. That's a lot of instructions. Don't forget to say thanks.
Thanks.
Okay, bye.
Hey, wife. I guess that's the end?
But husband, that's just sad.
It doesn't have to be. We are on lots of social media platforms like Twitter. Our handle there is sacrilegious_D.
For D's nuts.
Oh my God. Stop doing that. Anyway, we're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. There's a link to all of our social media sites at our website.
Ooh, we have a website?
Yeah, it's sacrilegiousdiscourse.com, where you can also find a link to our merch shop.
We have a merch shop?
Yep, we have podcast-themed clothing, mugs, notebooks, and more, as well as an atheist and science-themed products.
Wow, our fans should really go check that out right now.
Definitely. They can get in touch with us by sending an email to sacrilegiousdiscourse@gmail.com. But before they do that, we could really use some help.
Oh yeah? With what?
Well, it's not free running the podcast, and we need some financial support in order to get better equipment, which will free up time so we can concentrate on our podcast and our fans.
Okay, so what should they do?
Head over to patreon.com/sacrilegiousdiscourse and sign up as a contributor on our podcast. Supporters there receive additional bi-weekly episodes that we record just for our Patreon members for as little as $2 a month.
Also, we'd really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe on whatever platform you're using.
And Apple Podcast reviews help us out tremendously.
Like and subscribe. Leave an Apple review. Join us on Twitter. Support us on Patreon. That's a lot of instructions. Don't forget to say thanks.
Thanks.
Okay, bye.